Hello, everyone. It is Monday, July 28th, 2025. Welcome to another episode of the He Said, She Said Sports Talk podcast. We are your hosts. I am Big Red along with Toni. What's good, Toni? How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
A lot is up in the sports world, that's for sure. But no, I'm doing good, of course. Enjoying time at home. But
We
yeah,
had
no,
our last Sunday without football until February.
yes, thank God. We've been waiting for this, definitely have. It's been a long summer. It's about time for some football. So yes, no more football, no more days, no more Sundays, no more weekends without football until next year. So definitely looking forward to that. Speaking of football, news out of Colorado about the head coach Deion Sanders, our guy. He was on leave for a little bit while nobody knew about his health problems, obviously. Come to find out, he made an announcement today about him having bladder cancer, bladder tumor, that where they got rid of his tumor, got rid of his bladder and placed it with a new bladder. Um, he lost about 25 pounds. He had a big speech today, just talking about everything. It was real emotional on his social media. Obviously, he had to put a will together, so that was kind of emotional for him. What's your take on that with Coach Prime and better, obviously, but what's your take on?
Yeah, I mean, not a big take. Honestly, just glad he's okay. Hope he's able to be ready to go at the start of the season. Wishing him and his family the best. That's it for me. I mean, when it comes to health problems,
Yeah, they said he'll be ready to go.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, they definitely said
He
he'll
feels
be ready
good
to
and he
go.
feels healthy. Like that's the most I would wish for.
Yeah, no, definitely. We definitely wish the best for him. It's kind of hard on him for sure. Just having to drop it on everybody because he kind of kept it away from everyone, even his children. Obviously he's got two of his boys trying to make NFL teams, so he kind of wanted them to focus on that task at hand. But I couldn't imagine, writing having to write write a will. Obviously, we all will have to one day, but just as shows you how fast life comes. And obviously, as far as the cancer goes, he made a point for everyone to get checkups, and I agree with that. I believe everybody should get checked out, because you never know what you can catch. Apparently, he caught that getting a checkup about something else. But shout out to Coach Prime. Glad he's doing better. Uh, Looking forward to seeing what the Buffaloes are going to do this season and who's going to be their quarterback because I know they have a quarterback battle going on as well. Um, but yeah, no, glad he's doing better. Shout out to Coach Prime for sure. Um, in some other news around college football, I'm not sure if you heard about this, but it's kind of crazy. Former Memphis defensive back, Taj Rael, he was a defensive back. Apparently, he sent his playbook to opposing team, University of Texas San Antonio quarterback Owen McCown. I guess there's screenshot text messages of their conversation. What's your take on him sending that, and what do you think obviously should be the punishment? I don't know if there's has been any punishment. I'm sure he's been kicked off the team, uh, definitely. But as far as him having a college football career, I think that's probably kind of over, in my opinion. What you think?
I mean, did he say why he did it? Was there any real reason why he did it? What is the
Uh,
point? My take is a question. What the fuck's the point? Like, why? Why would you
yeah,
do that?
yeah. I have no clue. I don't know if it was a stab at the school he was at. Obviously, it was. I mean, it doesn't get any lower than that, being a player. I've played football, being a player, when one of your teammates, is giving up y'all's plays, it's like,
Gotta have
that's
a
like,
little team loyalty. I mean,
yeah,
that's
there's no loyalty in that
messed
right there at
up.
all.
And I mean, we talk about it all the time, but is that a product of the NIL era that there's no real team loyalty left?
Yeah, I mean, that could be the case too. And then, what hand does Owen have in it? Is he, innocent bystander who just so happened to get it, or did he offer, him money, or, I don't know how deep it goes. I just know that he definitely sent the playbook over, which to me, I don't see him ever playing college football or football ever again. I mean, you pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, if I were a team, I would not want him on my team.
Yeah, why would you?
Did last team. So,
Yeah, yeah, why would you? So, yeah, I mean, it's a crazy story. I'm sure there's more to unravel from that, but definitely I would not want him on my team at all. I don't know if it was a betting thing. And the team that they played ended up winning the game too. It was a close game, but who knows if that was the difference or not.
mhm.
But yeah, crazy story for sure. Let's get into the NFL since we were talking about college. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about in the NFL. I'm gonna make a couple of shout outs. Uh, Rashawn Slater got paid the highest paid offensive lineman per year salary in the league. He got signed with the Chargers. The Chargers are loaded at offensive lineman. They picked up Mekhi Beckham from the Eagles too, and then they drafted Joe Alt last year, so they're loaded. Shout out to him. Um, Terry McLaurin reported to Commander's camp, but he's obviously not practicing. Apparently, he has an ankle injury, and he's still looking for a contract. Apparently, he's looking to get around where DK Metcalf, Amon St. Brown are getting. Him and DK were in the same draft. Do you think he deserves that much? It's around like 30 million-ish. Right now he's only getting 18. So we kind of talked about them paying Scary Terry, but do you think he deserves that kind of money that DK and them are getting?
I mean, he's your wide receiver one. He's your clear
I
wide
think so.
receiver one
Yeah.
in Washington. So he should be getting wide receiver one money. What is that? I don't know.
Mhm.
No, it's not for I'm not gonna sit here and put out a number for you that I think is like the appropriate number. He should be getting wide receiver one money.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Um, he's been in the league for a few years now. He's had 1,000-yard seasons every year but one, and that was his rookie year where he almost had 1,000 yards. He was a third round pick. He wasn't a pick where they got him and they just expected him to be this guy. He wasn't expected to be that guy. So I feel like when you have guys like that are drafted and not, just maybe to be a piece, but end up turning into being that, I feel like those guys are more deserving of being paid because, obviously they're trying to say because of his age, but he's 30, DK Metcalf is that same age. He just got a deal with the Steelers. So, I mean, he's far from over. His career is far from over, So it's just a matter of time before he's going to want out of there, in my opinion. But I definitely think they should pay him. He's been doing well. He was second team All Pro last year. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. So pay the man. He can't help. He had to wait 4 years for his rookie deal, and his age is his age. So definitely pay that man. What's your take on the cowgirls or cowboys, as we should say? Um, Jerry Jones had a speech during camp where the fans were shouting out, "Pay Mekhi Parsons." So, or Micah Parsons, I'm sorry. Um, what's your take on that? Obviously, Cowboys do this every year, in my opinion, just to get some kind of TV love. I think they need to focus more on, mission at hand, in my opinion. But what's your take on that? And obviously, do you think he's going to get signed, or when do you think he's going to get his contract?
Yeah, I mean, this is what the Cowboys do. It's what they do best. It's what Jerry Jones does best. They will drag this out until it's talked about and talked about and talked about, and then they'll pay Micah Parsons when they feel like it's been talked about enough. So, there's again, I don't think there's much to say here. I think it's clearly they're going to pay him. They're
Hmm.
not going to not pay him, and they're going to give him huge money. It's just, it's just a question of when. And the when is when they feel like it's been talked about enough.
Yeah, it's just a show down there. Like you said, they do this every year. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. It's
Yeah,
always
I think we as media just build up these narratives like, are they going to pay him? Are they going to pay him? Like, of course they're going to pay him. It's not,
hmm
these are, I think I see this debate all the time on, every football talk show. And that's what they want. Like this,
Yeah.
it's a useless conversation. They're gonna pay him and they want attention. As
Yeah,
every
no, definitely they want attention. I just don't like the shots that he takes at his players, you know. Like he was definitely trolling in that speech he had about CD Lamb, and then about CD Lamb being paid last year, and then obviously this year, like, I just don't like the trolling that Jerry Jones does as an owner. Obviously, we know he does it for show. It's Jerry's world.
He does it for show, but also this is what I found just in life. People get to a certain age and they say whatever they want, and there's very little consequence for it, especially if you're older
Jerry
and
Jones.
rich. There's just
Yeah.
little consequence for the things that people say anymore. And if it creates newsworthiness, then it creates newsworthiness. And I think at this point, there's no such thing as bad press for them. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, too bad they're not going to win anything again this year. So we'll just be talking about more Cowboy news other than them winning. But yeah, no. And some other news in the NFL, defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. He was with the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously, they released him. Apparently, there was an incident on the team with a player where he apparently kissed them on the head. The player felt some kind of way. This player hasn't been announced or anything either. So apparently the player felt some kind of way and made a report about it. So they ended up just releasing him, and they're trying to avoid all this guaranteed money. Um, Apparently he has history of this too, going back to college at Clemson. There were some clips of him coming back out from years ago, since this has happened. But what's your take on him being released, and is this going to affect his career as far as getting on another team?
Um, so again, it's the drama of the why I don't think is wildly important for me to talk about. I think it's more just like it's got to be at the end of the day, your team chemistry is important. And if
Hmm.
you feel like someone is not fitting the team chemistry that you're looking for as a team, you have every right to release them. So that's what I'm going to say about that. As far as his career, we've seen people stay in the NFL for less. So as long as he produces, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
I've
kind
seen
of
people stick around for less. If we're drawing the line here, like
no, I get it. Yes, I get where you're coming from for sure. But I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to that kind of stuff, like the harassment and the touchy-feely, type of stuff in the locker room, it can be a very thin line with that, and trying to get back on a roster, like he's definitely lost a lot of money doing this, in my opinion. Um, because trying to get back on the roster with having that. uh, on you as well. To me, regardless of whether he produces, is going to be kind of rough. He's definitely losing money right now with Vegas. We'll see if he'll get to keep his guarantees. I'm sure he's going to fight for that. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be hard for him to get on the team. The touchy Philly thing, I'm not sure what all the details were. They said a kiss on the head, but I mean, there's been talks about that this guy has that kind of history. He's just a freaky dude. So I don't know. We'll see, but uh, hopefully he can revive his career and revive his image too. Because that's just not a good look. Definitely.
I just think I mean, it's kind of insane to me. We've seen NFL players stay in the league for that kind of behavior towards their wives and girlfriends. I, now we're drawing the line at your teammates. It's just odd to me. And it seems like it's maybe coming from a different place.
What you mean by a different place?
Why are we uncomfortable with him doing it to his teammates, but not, we don't have these same conversations the same way and have people kicked out of the league when the harassment is towards their significant others? And
Well, who says that there's not the conversations?
we see that stuff in the
There's
news all the time, and those guys stay on the team.
yeah, but that doesn't mean they should. That's just how it is. And like you said, just like you said, this is
Right.
probably
That's
going to be
how
a
it is.
situation. This
That's
is
how it
probably going
is.
to this is probably going to be, yeah, in the NFL. So like you said, this is probably going to be a situation where yes, he'll probably will be able to get back on the team. But in my personal opinion, I just feel like he shouldn't be. No different from if a guy was doing this to a female. I feel like there's certain things that should draw the line when it comes to that, obviously. But obviously I feel like he doesn't deserve to be on a team with that type of stuff, and neither does nobody else when it comes to women, obviously. But yes, they're gonna obviously let him be back on the team, but it doesn't demeanor the women who get harassed as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I would just yeah, I hope that if there's a big uproar about this, that we continue to see more uproars whenever sexual harassment is involved, not just to your teammates.
yeah, 100%. Obviously, yes, definitely, and just no different from the Quinshon Judkins situation.
Hmm.
With him in Cleveland right now. He's the only rookie that's not signed, because of that, so and he was supposed to have a big role, but obviously, hitting a girl in the face is, you know, not the thing to do. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens with Christian Wilkins and, obviously the Raiders are moving on from him, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But do you have anything that you want to talk about specifically as far as NFL camp?
Yeah, I mean, definitely some big takeaways football wise from training camp. I don't know what you've been seeing online, but for me, some of the biggest things, obviously, as a Bengals fan, I see a lot of Bengals content. The big three look incredible. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they look great. But Andre Yoshivas, and Jermaine Burton, who was a rookie last year who had a lot of outs off the field issues going on, looks locked in this year. So I think
Mhm.
that outside of the big three, the Bengals wide receiver core is improving and getting even stronger, which they'll need because I haven't seen a ton out of their defense yet. Um, you mentioned it before. The Chargers O line is absolutely loaded. Rookie Amarion Hampton is going to be having a field day, I think, as a rookie running back. I think he's in a great position. Um,
Mhm.
the Giants look really fucking good. They look really, really good. My fear with the
Now, is
Giants,
that defense or offense?
both, everything looks really good. The Russell Wilson to Malik Neighbors connection looks really good.
Yeah, I saw some of
Scatterboot,
that.
Tyrone Tracy look really good. Their defense looks really good, but we know the Giants defense is solid.
Hmm.
My fear with the Giants is conflicting personalities and that tough, tough schedule. But like they look really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They
not
do have a
enough
tough schedule
people,
though.
not enough people are talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. in my opinion. He put on like 10 to 12 pounds in the off season.
Mhm.
He is an absolute monster. He's at like 220 now. Um, the
The
Ravens
Cardinals are
scare
one of
me.
my rising teams this year too.
The Ravens scare me. I know that it's going to be a tough battle for the AFC North. The Ravens
Hmm.
scare me. Their defense looks absolutely insane. Jair Alexander looks phenomenal. Um, and I think Isaiah Likely, look out for him to have a big year. It's the last year of his contract. He's a tight end on the Ravens.
Yeah.
I I'm
No,
eager to
likely is
see
a dog.
what he does this year. Um, Again, not enough people are talking about JSN in this training camp with the Seahawks.
Hmm.
Um, he looks like he'll be their one. Um,
Yeah, he's definitely the one out there now.
yeah. And another rookie I would say to look out for, Emeka Egbuka on Tampa.
Yeah, he's been big rave about him. Definitely, they've been raving about him crazy. They say he's been getting most of the targets in
Yes.
camp too as well. Baker Mayfield's been raving about him crazy. So
If your quarterback is raving about you, you're definitely somebody to look out for.
yeah, definitely 100%. If that's the guy that is going to rave, then that means you're doing good for sure. 100%. Um, Kenny Pickett apparently is injured up there in Cleveland, so it's going to allow those rookies up there to get more time. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing that in the preseason. Those guys get a lot more time, so the Browns can figure out if they have a quarterback or not, or if they're going to draft one in this next draft class. But we'll see. Hopefully, Shador. I think Shador is going to win it, but hopefully he shows them enough to not draft a quarterback and just build around him. For sure. Um, and another shout out too, which was just recently, Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, the receiver for the Broncos, signed a 4-year, $92 million deal. So shout out to him. Speaking of that, I have a take for you since we might as well start the Tony's take. I have a couple takes for you we can touch on. Um, Speaking of Cortland Sutton getting signed, his quarterback will be Bo Nix. But I want to know who will have the better year out of Bo Nix or Drake May. I know you like both of those guys. I definitely know are big
I
on the
do.
Patriots.
I do like both of those
I
guys.
wanted to kind of make it tough for you. They're both young quarterbacks and been in the league for a couple years now. Which quarterback will have the better year?
Yeah, I mean they both showed really good signs in their rookie season. Obviously, Bo Nix was the starter out of the gate. Drake May came in a couple games in. Uh,
Hmm.
I think Bo Nix is really solid. He's a very dependable guy. I think he will probably put up, similar numbers to
Yeah,
maybe a little bit better as he gets comfortable, but I think he's a guy that builds, right? Like he is a slow burn,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dependable, but like that growth happens, I think, in huge spurts. Uh,
Hmm.
I would expect as his sophomore season, maybe a bit of a plateau as he continues to improve. Whereas Drake May, I think they beefed up his O line, the Patriots, and they gave him some weapons. He's got
Weapons. Yep.
Stephon Diggs now. I think we see more out of him this year. So
Yeah.
I would say for their sophomore season, Drake May will have the better year.
All right, all right, all right. Well, I got another quarterback combination. They've kind of been tied together since high school, actually. They were like the number one, number two ranked quarterbacks, and then they were top quarterbacks in college and also coming out. Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. They were both came out the 2021 class. Who will have a better season? There's a lot of pressure on Trevor Lawrence, especially with being the number one overall pick, for him to ascend. He's
Yeah.
got weapons around him. He's got receivers. They picked up Travis Hunter, obviously got Brian Thomas. Justin Fields got weapons as well. He's got Garrett Wilson up there. So who has the better year out of those two?
Well, we did just see Justin Fields go out of training camp with a bit of an injury.
Yeah, he reported back though. He reported back. Uh,
I hope that that's not a sign for things to come this season for him. Um, I think, and this is just like I'm giving this just based on like my personal hopes, I think. I think Justin Fields has another a year before he really it's make or break time. I don't think he has to prove himself this year the
yeah,
same way that Trevor Lawrence does in my mind. This is the year for Trevor Lawrence. If it doesn't happen for him, I think the Jaguars have to start looking at other options. And I'd like to see him succeed. He was I had the great fortune of being able to interact with him many times throughout the course of his college career when he was at Clemson, just from my
hmm
being at Syracuse and being able to work those games.
hmm
I do root for the guy, and so I hope, truly, I hope that he has a better year. I hope that it's Trevor Lawrence of those two, just because I think it's his make or break year.
All right. Yeah, no, I actually agree with you on that. I think it's definitely Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Fields doesn't have that pressure on him like Lawrence does. So no, I definitely agree. That's a good take for Tony's takes. So she's got Drake May having a bigger season and Trevor Lawrence. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's talk about some fantasy though. You
Yes.
know, obviously it's fantasy's a big deal now, especially with the betting that's going on. But
I just want to preface when I play fantasy, guys, I don't even play for money, okay? I don't play for money. I can't play for money. It's against the rules for the things that I do for work. So,
yes,
cannot gamble, cannot play for money. I do it solely for pride. Um, which arguably is more important.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes.
It's
But
just important to preface. It's important to preface for my employers out there. I don't play for
yeah,
money. I don't
you
play for
know,
money.
I
I
definitely
for the
play in
love of
leagues
the
where I
game.
don't play for money, but I usually play in about one league where there's money involved, for sure. But I definitely play in other leagues where it's just for pride as well. Um, so let's do I figure we do a mini fantasy draft.
Yes. What are we basing this on a 10 team PPR?
Uh, or we can do the 10 team, or we can do a starters, or we can do the whole team.
Yeah, but are we basing it on a 10 team league? Is what I mean. Like when I'm picking one, am I picking first or 10th? And two, are we doing 10 team PPR, 12 team PPR? It changes who I pick
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. We'll do the 10.
10 team. Got it. Okay. And are we assuming that we're both picking first, like if we had the first pick overall or the 10th pick overall? How are we doing it?
Um, we'll do it like you have the first pick. So that means you'll have the last pick the next round.
Yes. I
Yes.
don't particularly love having the first pick. I
Me
don't
either.
say it. I don't love it. This year if I had it, obviously like cool, awesome, I get Jamar, but I never have the first pick and I'm
Hmm.
kind of okay with that. But we'll do it as if we're the first pick.
All right, cool, cool.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start at QB.
Oh, okay. Or you mean you just want to know who the top person is at each position?
That's for your fantasy, right? Is that what we're doing?
I thought we were doing like by round, right? Like who we would take each round. Because
Okay.
it kind of depends. Like
And yeah,
your QB choice is going to depend on what position you have and when you decide to pick a QB and what other people are doing, I feel like.
okay. So round. Okay, all
Let's
right. Well, how
talk
about that? How
strategy.
about round one? Who would you? What position are you taking round one?
Round one with the first pick, round one, I'm going Jamar this year. Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's definitely a great one. I would say round one for me. It's
Assuming you're
probably,
round one, pick one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be. Yeah, I'll say Jamar too because JJ is kind of injured right now. So
Yeah, I think your options here, if you're the front part, like if you're the first or second pick, your options are looking like Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, um, Justin Jefferson, Bijan Robinson.
hmm
Those are all top picks for that front half. I think Jamar's your clear number one. Some people might say it's Saquon, but Madden curse.
there you go with that again. I don't think so, but we're gonna see.
So then we loop around, right? So we're the first pick, so we don't pick again until the 20th pick.
hmm
Freaking crazy. What would you do there?
Ooh,
Do you go wide receiver again? Do you go running back? Like we've picked a wide receiver now. So you went with a wide receiver, right?
yeah,
So did I.
yep. I would probably go running back right there, which that's a good one. A lot of running backs aren't probably going to be there that I'm going to be trying to get for sure. Like your Saquons, your Gibbs, your Bijans. But
Yes. I would also assume guys like Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey,
yeah,
Devon Achan, all probably gone by the time we get to the 20th pick. If he's available, I would potentially go either Josh Jacobs or even Ashton Genty. I know that's super high, but I think he's going to go high in fantasy this year, even as a rookie.
well,
I also think at pick 20, those guys probably also shouldn't be available. So my philosophy here at pick 20 is we have pick 20 and 21. So I'm going wide receiver and running back. Doesn't matter. We're going back to back here. So
hmm
I think for my wide receiver pick, in the realm of where we're at here with pick 20, I think JSN should still be available. Jackson Smith and Jigma should still be available. That's who I would pick with my 20. And then 21, I'm going running back. Either Kyron Williams or Bucky Irving should be available here in a 10 team PPR.
okay, yeah.
If not,
Me,
if those two aren't available for some reason, I would go Chase Brown, but that's
see,
very,
that's what I was going to say. I was
yeah.
going to say Chase
But I
Brown,
think Chase Brown dips into that second half of the third round.
running backs. Yes, no,
I do
definitely.
think I think he's a third round guy, a third or fourth round guy, depending on how your league drafts. But I do
hmm
think that here at the front half of the third round, that either Kyron Williams or Bucky Irving, one of those two should still be on the board, and that's who I'm going with.
Okay, yeah, no, I see. I was going to go with Chase Brown, and then as far as a receiver being right there, um, I was either going to go with like a DK if he's there, somebody like that. But Chase Brown definitely at that top pick for the third round.
I think DK Metcalf would be on the board. I my concern with DK Metcalf is who's throwing to him. Aaron Rodgers. I don't feel comfortable picking him in the third round with Aaron Rodgers throwing to him.
Yeah, no, I feel
Especially
you.
at his age, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, who's throwing to him? Mason Rudolph, Will Howard.
Well,
I'm not
Howard,
comfortable.
somebody.
I'm not comfortable taking DK in the third round,
No, I feel you.
especially at the top of the third round.
I feel you. But that'll be the type of receiver that I probably would take. would be like a DK or Nico Collins
I
or
don't I
Devon.
don't see Nico Collins available. I see Nico Collins going in the second round, mid to late second round. I don't think we see him at pick 20.
You don't think so? Well,
No,
if he was there, I would get him, or if not, I would get like a Lad McConkey from the
Mhm.
Chargers because he's going to get hella touches, in my opinion, this year.
I think possibly you could possibly see like AJ Brown available here. If somebody else, if they take like in the second round, if they take Nico Collins, Brian Thomas Jr.,
Yeah, see, I didn't think he would be there, but I feel what you're saying though.
London, and somebody else takes JSN, you could easily see Brown being available
Yeah,
in that
or
spot.
like a Brian Thomas.
Yeah, I think he goes quick. I think sitting at that first pick sucks because it really does depend on what the rest of your league does and how they
Yeah.
draft, how football knowledgeable they are. Because I know that some leagues that I'm in, a lot of my Taylor Swift love and girlfriends are in it, and quarterbacks go really quick, or Chiefs players go really quick. And so it changes your entire strategy.
They're
But
not. Let's just say they're not the veteran drafters.
let's let's say we're going kind of based on football knowledge.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I would say an AJ Brown, JSN, Lad McConkey, they'll all be available kind of in that 19 to 24 pick.
Hmm. No, definitely.
But for me,
Oh,
with pick 20 and 21, I'm going wide receiver and running back. Um, kind of best available in that situation. For me, I think JSN is going to have a big year. I just said that. So I would want him if he's there over like a Lad McConkey. Um, and then for my running back situation, I love Kyron Williams. I think he's going to produce. I think he's going to continue to produce. But Bucky Irving had such a great year. I'm saying whichever one of those is available. But if they're both available, I think personally I'm going Kyron Williams. Consistency.
yeah, no, for sure. No, like I said, I like Chase at that spot. For me, as far as my running back goes, and then as far as a receiver, like I said, it'd probably be like a Lad, or like you said, an AJ, or like a Marvin, somebody like that. You know, Marvin might be gone too, though.
Yeah.
All right, so the next pick would be what? The
You
fourth
don't pick
pick?
again until 40. You
Yeah,
go from 21 to 40.
40.
You
Yeah,
lose a lot here. Again, that's the shame of the first pick.
first pick. Yeah.
You don't pick again until 40.
Hmm.
What are you doing at this point? I assume that you have two wide receivers and a running back at this point.
Yes, I have
I think you can
Chase.
get higher value running backs still in the fifth round, fourth and fifth
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
So, um, personally, like in my leagues situation, you'll start to see guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels come off the board here in the late third or fourth round, which is
Hmm.
insane because my mentality is you don't pick a quarterback until later. But with the value of the mobile quarterback right now, they seem to be going earlier. So by the time we
Yeah.
come around to pick 40,
I'm
I'm
taking a
assuming
QB.
I'm assuming that the top two or three tight ends and the top two or three quarterbacks are off the board here already with pick number 40. So I obviously, because we have 40 and 41 here. So I'm going with a quarterback and a running back with those picks because I got to fill in those gaps. So my quarterback, obviously, if he's available, is Joe Burrow. Duh. I think that your Lamar's and your Josh Allen's are off the board. Possibly even Jaden Daniels after the fantasy year that he had. I'm totally comfortable keeping Joe Burrow as my quarterback. Plus, if we have got the first overall pick, then we're stacking Joe and Jamar. Love that. And then for my running back, I think depending on who's available, if Amarion Hampton is still available here, that's who I'm taking. I think the Chargers O-line is loaded. I think he's going to have a great year. I'm taking that risk. But I also think that guys like Tyrone Tracy on the Giants are going to be available. Um, the Bills running back Cook, I think
James Cook, yeah.
James Cook, he could be available here. Um, I like those options. I know Alvin Kamara is gonna probably fall into this vicinity just because nobody knows who the Saints quarterback is gonna be. He could be a good
But
pickup.
he's gonna get hella touches too. That's
He's
what I
gonna
said.
get a lot of touches, but I think he's gonna get left behind in a fantasy draft because people are gonna be thinking, who the hell is the Saints quarterback?
Yeah.
So he could still be available here. That could be a good pickup here. But I am going quarterback and running back with 40 and 41.
Yeah, no, same. I'm going Jalen Hurts, obviously quarterback. Running back, I was thinking either you picked one of them, James Cook, and then um, also possibly Kenneth Walker or who was that you said? Alvin Kamara. But I probably will pick James Cook out of that bunch.
Yeah.
So Hurts and Cook would be my picks.
Then you don't pick again until 60 and 61. It's so,
Hmm
I hate the first pick. I hate the first pick. Uh, so I think then you start to look at your flex guys here. I'm gonna take a tight end here. That could be guys like
Bowers is going to be gone. You already
Bowers
know.
is gone. I'm assuming Bowers is gone. McBride is gone. Kittle's
Yep.
gone. Guys that could still be on the board here. With that 60th pick, TJ Hawkinson, Sam Laporta, Mark Andrews. I think one of those is available here. Of those, I like TJ Hawkinson this year to have a big year and get a lot of touches in that offensive scheme. I also think with the teams that I've taken from so far, that's a good pull. But if Jordan
hmm
Addison is still available here, I also like that as a flex wide receiver pickup. So I may go Laporta, Jordan Addison here, or Mark Andrews, Jordan Addison, but I like Isaiah Likely as a tight end for fantasy, so I may not take Mark Andrews. I would take somebody else. It really all kind of depends on how it's
James,
all
yeah.
going. Uh,
Uh-huh. And it's hard to pick that because they both play on the same team. So,
mhm.
with Andrews and Likely. But no, I feel you on that. I will take a tight end right here. My tight end probably would be Goddard or what's the boy from Green Bay? Can't think of his name. Is it Kraft?
Kraft.
Kraft? Yeah. Tucker Kraft? Yeah.
I think it's early for Kraft. I think you could pick him up later. I don't think you need him right now, personally.
No.
I,
But
I,
no, I'll pick Dallas Goddard anyway. That would be my tight end for sure.
yeah.
And then as far as receiver goes in that spot, hmm, I'm thinking maybe like Xavier Leggett from Carolina or
You could go running back here too. I mean, I would imagine that like Aaron Jones is probably still on the board here. Pacheco may still be on the board here. Uh
yeah.
Connor, Arizona, Josh. Josh.
Uh, I think it's that. Hold on,
I
let
think
me
it's
see.
Josh Connor. But Connor out of Arizona, the running back, he may still
Uh-huh.
be on the board. Um yeah.
James Conner. There it is.
James, thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah. I couldn't remember either.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, I
Uh
knew it was a J.
it's possible that he's still hanging around. Um,
Yeah, possibly or Chuba Hubbard. I like him too.
yeah.
From Carolina, he's going to get a lot of touches. They've been talking about him looking good in camp as well.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'd probably go Goddard and Hubbard right there.
Yes. So then we don't pick again until 80. Oh, the first round curse. You've got
You're gonna
80
need
and 81 here. I went tight end wide receiver the last set. So I need a flex running back here. Um, and then depending on what's available, it really is going to depend on what's available. I'm kind of expecting that round, that seventh round is going to see like Travis Hunter go, Xavier Worthy go. Um, and then the
hmm
eighth round, you'll see like Tony Pollard and maybe like I don't know, maybe like a Jerry Jeudy makes it to the eighth round, but I don't think he makes it all the way to the end of the eighth round.
Yeah. You
So
still have guys like Jamison Williams and
I like Jameson Williams.
Devontae Smith, Calvin Ridley.
Devontae Smith may go seventh or eighth. I think Calvin
Your boy
Ridley.
Rome Meduze is there too, no?
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say if Roma Dunze is on the board, I'm going with Roma Dunze here. I also like if they're still on the board, which they should be, Ramondre Stevenson to have a good year.
hmm
And be really good flex running back. Again, that O line has vastly improved. Um, just because of the injury.
You know who's a good flex running back to take? In my opinion, the rookie from the Patriots, Travion Henderson. I think he's gonna.
Yes. Yep. No, a great option. Honestly, I'm thinking that he goes before we get to the end of the eighth round. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mentality is he should go before we
hmm
get to the end of the eighth round.
There's been nothing but hella raving. I've been hearing nothing but high praise for him in camp,
I could
Travion.
see also guys that could make it down to this round here. That would be good pickups. Like a Khalil Shakir will probably be there.
hmm
Like we said, Calvin Ridley will be there. Just because of the injury, Chris Godwin may fall.
Yeah,
If
I
he
think so.
falls, that's a great pick.
Eke Buka is on the rise for sure.
Yeah. Um, I don't think enough people are thinking about Emeka Egbuka. I think we may be able to grab him at the end of the
Yeah.
10th. Just because people will see Godwin and know the history
hmm
and take him over Igbuka.
Yeah.
But certainly depends on how your league is going. If you feel like that risk is worthy there in the ninth round, start of the ninth round, I would easily take Amika Igbuka. I
We
love
didn't even
him.
mention Mike Evans either.
No, no, but
Yeah.
I think just because of
He'll
his
be gone, I think, though,
he's
but
gone.
yeah, he'll be gone. Definitely will be gone.
Yeah.
And see, you got running backs that are around there too, like DeAndre Swift. Well, I like Zay Flowers too as a
Mm.
good
hmm
piece too.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, no.
well, then we pick
Who would you take as your backup quarterback? Just curious.
Okay, so that's where I would go next, right? So we're going down now to the end of the 10th round
hmm
and start of the 11th, picks 100 and 101. This is when you take your backup quarterback. Um, Guys that would still be available that I would probably choose between at this point. I think Jordan Love is probably still available here. Um,
Yep.
Potentially like a CJ Stroud could still be here just because of the lack of production last year. Um,
Man, that if he's down that far, that's a steal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a Kyler Murray. Again,
Yeah.
people sleep on
Kyler
Kyler
Murray.
Murray, but he
Uh,
does perform in fantasy. So I think those are the three guys that if they're around and available, CJ Stroud obviously
what
is
about Caleb?
Caleb Williams. I'm not sold 100% yet. I also think like I don't want to be taking sacks like that. But as a backup quarterback, like it's a risk. It's always a risk. I think the backup quarterback is a great place to take a risk. So depending on who you think is gonna have a big breakout year, like
Yeah.
if you think JJ McCarthy's gonna have a fucking hell of a year, take JJ McCarthy here, right? Like, um, it's your backup quarterback, and there's always gonna be other guys still hanging around and
Hanging
available,
around, yeah.
right?
Quarterback is one of
So
those positions you can kind of just definitely find for
you always
sure. The only guy like
and
Drake
people
May,
love to trade quarterbacks. They
yeah.
love to trade quarterbacks because it's low risk, especially the back.
Jared Goff will be around. I'm
Yeah.
sure Jared Goff will be around.
So, like, if JJ McCarthy has a big week 1 and 2, you trade him for somebody else who you know is a little more consistent. You get more bang for the buck, right? So,
Hmm.
you trade him if somebody has CJ Stroud as their backup, that's who you trade. Or for Kyler Murray or somebody like that that you know will at least finish out the season fairly
Yeah.
consistent, and get a little bit out of that trade value. So that also has to be sitting in the back of your mind, like who's high trade value now that you're looking at backups, and flexes.
Hmm.
So is it time to take risks? I love taking risks here. So if Egbuka's still on the board, I'm doing that. And otherwise, um, people who may still be on the board here, Matthew Golden, Green Bay's wide receiver, their rookie. Uh,
Hmm.
um,
They've been talking
Darnell
about him.
Mooney in Atlanta. Everybody every year falls into the Michael Pittman trap. I'm not falling for it, but he'll be available here. Um,
Yeah, Debo Samuel will probably be available.
yes, yes. Rico Dowdle still be available. I actually think he'll be available later in that like end of 12, 13. I
Yeah.
maybe pick him up there.
J.K. Dobbins should be too.
Uh, I don't I love and hate J.K. Dobbins. I think he has high trade value. I think he always starts the year well. You can trade him and
Injuries, man.
won't have him at the end of the year. Uh,
Injury bug gets
so
him every
I don't know.
time.
I don't know if I love taking him. Just it kind of depends. Um, so I definitely am taking my backup quarterback, and then kind of all depends. Maybe I take Amiga Egbuka if he's available. I take Matthew Golden if he's available. Um, or I could go tight end here and finally take Isaiah Likely. Again, I think he can fall later than that. So,
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid, Jake Ferguson, a few other tight ends. Colston
yeah,
Loveland.
yeah. So, and then so yeah, with your end of 12, 13 pick, that's where you could potentially pick up like Isaiah Likely and Rico Dowdle, or if you are wanting to take the risk on Colson Loveland, that's where you do it. Um, who else?
Nah, see, I
At
think
that point. Tank Bigsby will still be probably floating around then. Maybe you take him. He might have a big
yeah,
year. Um,
yeah. Dave Montgomery's right there too, but I just don't see him having the numbers with Jahmyr Gibbs being there.
yeah. We
You know,
fall then into getting the worst kicker on the board. So whoever's available, the best available kicker at the end is who we get. Um,
what defense would you take?
you're looking at probably Eagles or Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens defense. They scare the fuck out of me. Um,
Yeah.
it's, I almost don't want to take them because I don't want to root for them, but
Hmm.
they scare the hell out of me. The Patriots defense will be, I think, strong. Um,
Yeah, I was thinking the Eagles or the Giants. The Giants scare me because I just don't know what they're going to do on offense or how well they're going to produce, and if they're going to put too much on their defense. Now, if they don't put too much on their defense could be stellar for sure. Because
the Titans defense is always very good, very strong. I don't think you can really go wrong here. There's a couple of great choices. So
yeah,
it all comes down to who do you want to root for every week. I'm scared as hell by the Ravens defense, but I don't know if I want to root for them. So I may go Eagles here or Titans or Patriots.
yeah, I don't see you going Ravens D for sure. Because especially if it's a week where they have to play y'all, I don't see you have.
I just don't think I can take them. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I don't see it
I
happening.
don't think in that entire, other than Isaiah Likely, I don't think I took a Ravens player
No.
the
Mm,
entire time. So it's just hard.
yeah.
It's hard for me to root for their success.
No, I feel you. That's how I feel about the Cowboys.
Oh, so yeah, we get whatever kickers left over, but we have our choice of defense. So cool, cool,
mhm.
cool. I also think there's a lot of strong kickers this year. Like if you don't get Brendan Aubrey, or like Harrison Butker, there are
Yeah,
other
I
options.
like him a lot. That's who I would choose, Bucker.
I physically cannot support him. If you know, you know. I absolutely will not root for him
Oh, I
at
don't know.
all. I won't take him. I won't do it.
Is it a Chiefs thing or is it something?
No, it's a Harrison Butker thing.
Oh, okay.
Again,
All
if
right.
you know, you know. I don't root for him
For
personally.
sure.
After his commencement speech a year ago. So I cannot stand him. I will not take him if he's available. I don't care. I won't take him. Um, I took Brandon Aubrey last year. I ended up with him. I ended up with the best kicker in the league last year. Uh,
Yeah.
but like,
That's Dallas kicker, right?
yeah, Koo
Yeah.
is really good. Jake
Yeah.
Bates, Detroit. Love that
Hmm.
story. Everybody likes Cameron Dicker. So those are all strong choices. All people I would choose over Harrison Butker. Again, literally don't care. So
Nah, for sure. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Same with me. Kicker, I'll take best available. There's a lot of good kickers to choose from.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
like when we get if people do this the right way and your league drafts the right way, you're not drafting the kicker until the 14th round. So we pick at the end of the 14th round if you're pick one. And so you are literally left given whatever's left.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So giving the scraps out the bowl.
yeah, but again, I think there's a lot of pretty even choices at the bottom. Like everybody's scared
Yeah.
about McPherson, the Bengals. He's looked good through training camp. I don't know what happened last year. I literally don't know what happened. But like obviously Boswell, Bass, Fairbairn, they're all very strong.
Yeah.
Any one of them could fall to the end. Koo could fall to the end.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
like cool. That's what I had last year. Was cool.
yeah. And again, if Harrison Butker falls to me for some reason at the 10th pick of the 14th round, I will pick the next best kicker and he can make me a cake in the kitchen.
For sure. We know she's not picking him. Harrison Butker.
There's not a lot of players in this league that I make my disdain for known. My disdain for him is known.
No, that's for sure. Granted. Hey, speaking of, y'all did get y'all's rookie signed, Shamar Stewart.
Oh yes, the Bengals finally signed John
Yes.
Stewart. Thank
Yes.
gosh.
Yes. I'm glad
Thank
they finally got it done. Yeah. So now he's in the camp and getting the ball rolling. Heard y'all's coach say today in an interview that y'all were going to just lightly get him in. Obviously, he's missed some rookie camp too as well. So he's been out. He's just working his way back in. But no, I'm definitely looking forward to see him. I think he's a piece that y'all need, especially if he works out. He has all the athleticism in the world. He just didn't have the production. But if he can work that out in the NFL, a lot of guys have better NFL careers than they do college. So I think y'all getting him signed is a hell of a piece. Obviously, I think y'all going to get a Hendricks sign here soon as well. So we'll see how that defense goes. I know you said earlier they weren't looking to
Yeah, I mean they're missing their leader.
yeah, yeah. So
Missing Trey Hendrickson at camp does not make the defense look better. That's for sure.
mhm. Yeah.
So.
No, definitely, definitely. But no, I think they're gonna get him signed. They got to, man. I think they're gonna work it out. The Bengals always take a little while longer. At least they don't come with all the shenanigans like the Cowgirls. So, at least y'all owner is not standing up in front of crowds explaining himself. He's just doing it quietly, handling it, whether they like it or not. I will say that a lot of people don't like how you got y'all owners run things and how they take too long to sign, but they don't be sloppy in the media with it. I will give them that
Yeah.
for sure.
As for fantasy, if you're in a 10-team PPR, keep your fingers crossed for a fourth pick or like a seventh or eighth pick. Those are the slots to be in.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The middle is definitely the bunch to be in, not the first.
I don't want to be right in the middle. I want to either be on the front half or the back half.
Yeah,
So I want to be either like fourth or like seventh or eighth.
seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. How many leagues are you getting in? Just one?
Depends on who asks. Right now I know of one that I'm for sure going to do. I have a second one on the table. I don't know if I'm going to do that one yet. Again, it's hard to find leagues where people are okay playing for no money. So, uh, that's usually the holdup for me. I can't play for money,
For
so
money,
I
yeah.
don't.
If
So
y'all want Tony to be in the league,
my leagues are limited. Uh,
don't have no money put on the line because she
yeah,
can't do
well,
it.
it's okay. You don't want me in your league anyway because I'm a
'Cause
man.
they'll be mad. They'll be mad that they're getting beat.
Yeah, exactly. But fingers crossed for the fourth or the eighth pick. Um, and for any of you that are those picks, um, I will tell you if you are the seventh or eighth pick, always go Amon-Ra St. Brown for your first pick because that man is a workhorse and he's consistent as hell and he will never do you wrong. I have had the seventh or eighth pick several years in a row, and I've had Amon-Ra on my team several years in a row. And I have
He's
always been
definitely
a
been
happy,
putting up
happy.
numbers.
I have always been a happy girl. So,
Some fantasy tips from Tony herself.
mm.
Yes. Armin Raw. If you got the seventh and eighth pick, take Armin Raw, St. Brown. He definitely has been killing the last couple of years for sure. Definitely. That's
I
why he
just
got
know
the point.
exactly what I'm gonna get out of him. Like, I would take Amon-Ra this year. If you are the seventh or eighth pick, I would take Amon-Ra over CeeDee Lamb. I would take him over Malik Neighbors. I would take him over Nico Collins right now. I just know exactly what I'm going to get. And in fantasy, that is my preferred way to go. Especially with my wide receiver one, I want to know that every week I am going to get somewhere between 17 and 22 points. Like it's very, very important. And with guys like Malik Neighbors, you could get 30 or you could get six. Uh, with
Yeah,
with
especially
CeeDee
with the
Lamb,
Giants. Yeah.
with CeeDee Lamb, you could get 10 or you could get like 25. And it really
Mhm.
just it really depends on the day and I don't like that risk. Amon-Ra has played through pretty much everything. I know he's playing every week, unless he is on his deathbed and cannot move. I know that he has played through worse, and I know he's a top target. So
No,
even though there are a lot of really good targets in that offense, 14 is the guy.
Monroe, you heard it there first. Tony's fantasy takes definitely no. I'm gonna be in a few leagues myself. Only one money league, but I always get in a few leagues for sure. We hope you all have a good luck this year on your fantasy. Don't bet too much money so you don't lose too much money. That's always the key. But our time is up here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the He Said, She Said Sports Talk podcast. We are your hosts. I am Big Red. This is Tony. We thank you guys. And as always, it is love and peace.